And for the residents of Miami-Dade, getting your COVID-19 vaccination is an important part. Help everyone stay safe as we continue to fight the spread. And we can protect those most vulnerable around us. With easy access to vaccination locations and the growing ability for more people to be protected, it's our best shot to keep moving forward. It's our best shot for a strong, healthy community. For more information, visit miamidade.gov/vaccine.
And here we go again. This week this is WDNA 88.9 and also WDNA.org over the internet. And this is the UN Frost Jazz Hour that comes to you every Thursday at 11 o'clock. And now we got a very special group made up of some of the best musicians over at the Frost School of Music. First of all, we got Jason Arkings on sax. Yes, sir. Mike Ramos on bass. And my dear good friend, he was so happy, to see each other after how many years? 3 or 4 or 5? Yeah, who knows? Jonathan Hewlett on drums. And Beau Cornelius on piano. And here they say that someone said that many musicians, they go for math, they're mathematicians. We'll see about that with the first song called Hypotenuse. And that was Hypotenuse by Beau Cornelius. And next week we're going to have Jason Arkins, who has been featured the last week, this week, and next week. You know, you want to buy the station, you know. And then Eric Stern. Eric Stern is one of the premier, one of the premier piano players at Frost. You know, he played with the Afro-Cuban ensemble that Arturo Farrell and the Afro-Cuban ensemble in New York. He's from Brooklyn. Marty Quinn, another bass player. is going to be on the 15th, and then David Mason on sax. Then the first of the student ensembles, which is the Mon Bingus ensemble coached by John Hart. Michael Gutierrez is going to be here in the first week of October, and then Adon Libos, the great guitar player here in Miami in the last 20 years. And so let's run, because if not, we want to go to the finish line, which is which was Satin Doll. So let's run. And next song is There and Back, who is incidentally who's the guest next week, composed by Jason Arkings. Yeah. And that was called There and Back, and the composer Jason Arkins, who is going to be with us when with his group next week. And I wanna show you who's coming next week with Jason. Is Beau Cornelius is going to be back in the electric and acoustic piano. Leo Folsom, another great, is going to be on synthesizer. Mike Ramos, he is the official bass player at WDNA. Yeah. No, you're on the way, man, I tell you. And then Jack Drag on drums. Or anyway, me and Beau, we're going to talk a little bit. I can see that you're 26 years old. All right, good age. Pedagogue and producer based out of Miami, Florida. You're from Ocala, right?
Yeah, I'm from Ocala.
All righty. And you got a master's degree from the USC Thornton School of Music. That's a very heavy school.
It is heavy. I really enjoyed my time there. I got to study with Russell Ferrante, Alan Pasqua, Bob Mintzer, arranging.
Who's the head of the department? Mintzer?
Bob Mintzer was the head of it. He actually just stepped down and is succeeded by Jason Goldman. He's a writer and arranger for Michael Bublé, amongst other things, but he's a sax player.
Okay. Okay, so let's see what else here. So right now you're a adjunct professor at Miami-Dade Community College. And if you want to see Beau, you go to the Faena Hotel, where he's performing every Thursday and Saturday. So anyway, what else can you tell me? How you got involved and you started piano at a very early age, or?
Sure. I started at age 11. But before I get into that, I'd like to thank you for letting us be on the show.
Oh, man.
And it's super appreciated, man.
Anytime.
I got into piano when I was 11. I was playing rock and roll music, like honestly 80s and 70s rock, Scorpions, Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue, that kind of vibe. And by the time I was about 13 or 14, I kind of caught the bug, Someone made me a CD. I'm not old, but maybe 10 years ago, burning a CD was actually a thing. And someone put a CD out with Oscar Peterson, Bill Evans, Monty Alexander, some of my favorite piano players now. And,
it's funny because many of the other piano players right now, they started very, very early age, with their 5 or 6. Shelley Berg, he started when he was 5. My God, I can't imagine,
It certainly would help.
It will help, yeah. I started playing guitar when I was about 12, but I wasn't serious about it until about 20,
Sure.
As a matter of fact, I started reading music when I was like 22, so...
Well, it's interesting you say that, because I really didn't know how to read music until college. I kind of learned by watching people's hands on YouTube, because YouTube was just coming out. And at that age, that would be 2007, 2008. And so people were just starting to put videos of their hands up like this. Mm-hmm. And I would just slow the video down and kind of cop their voicings, cop what they were playing.
Yeah. Yeah, but, it's, they underemphasize, the fact that the ear, what the ear can do. As a matter of fact, I was musical director for Jesus Christ Superstar, which in those... and that in the 70s, it was one of the main musicals, and a very, very difficult music, and we did it all. I teach them the music all by ear because the other musicians didn't know how to read music either, Yeah. So I say, just go listen to the record, try to figure out your part, and we'll go at rehearsal and we'll see what's going on. So anyway, we, as I said before, we want to go to the finish line. So the next tune is called Sweet Lucy by Raul de Souza, featuring, what is his?
Young George Duke.
A version by George Duke?
Well, he was in Raul de Souza's band, and it's kind of debated whether or not George Duke actually wrote the piece.
Oh, I see.
But it's under Raul de Souza's name, but it features a young George Duke.
All right. And that was Sweet Lucy. And we're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back. And we're back with something called Parisian Through Force.
Fair. Parisian Thoroughfare.
All righty, if you say so.
It's a Bud Powell tune.
All righty. And now this is one of my favorite compositions by Duke Ellington, one of the classics, Satin Doll. And I want to thank you, everybody here, for being here. Thank you, Beau, for being here.
Absolutely.
And
Thank you for having me.
yes, and the rest of you guys, Jason Harkins on sax, Mike Ramos on bass, and the reappearance of Jonathan Hewlett on drums. Hope to see you around here, man, around WDNA. There's a lot of good things happening around here. So here we are, Satin Doll, arranged by Monty Alexander. Is that so? Yes.
Yep. Arranged by Monty.
Okay. And now we have one more. Yeah, we got that. We got that far, after all. And this is called One Finger Snap by none other than Herbie Hancock. You all right, Jason? You're good? You're good? Okay. So here we go. One Finger Snap by one of the greats, Herbie Hancock.